Good morning. Hope you're having a great weekend. It is Saturday, December 21st, 1:02 a.m. Central Standard Time, local time here in Weatherford, Texas. I'm at the Pilot Flying J in Weatherford, and I'm about to leave and go deliver my load. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get out of the truck stop because people are just parked everywhere. There are two entrances or exits to the truck stop, and one of them is just completely blocked off. You cannot get in or out of it because people are just parked in the roadway. And people have started parking in front of the other one. Straight in front of me, those trucks you see with their flashers on, that is the main entrance exit, and trucks have started just parking there. The other one, let me get out and show you. It's really cold outside, and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, so I'm not going to get outside for very long. The other entrance exit is over here to my right. And as you can see, there's just trucks parked right in the middle of the damn road. And you can't get in or out over there. And the Saia drivers, this is apparently one of their meetup points. The Saia drivers have been just like dropping their trailers in the middle of the road to swap with other Saia drivers. But I'm going to be leaving probably within the next 30 minutes to an hour. And I hope I'm going to be able to get out of here. Right now, I cannot turn to the left because of everybody parked in the roadway to the left of me. The only way I can go is straight ahead. And those trucks parked along the curb are illegally parked. That's a fire lane. And then the truck at the end of the road, that's not a parking spot. If one more person parks over there illegally, then it's going to be really difficult for me to get out of here. So, I'm hoping to get out of here while I still can. My delivery appointment is at 6 a.m. and the reason I'm making this video is because I don't have a phone mount here anymore. I tried to manipulate the phone mount so it wouldn't vibrate so much. And in the process of doing that, I broke it because it's just old and made out of cheap plastic, and it's been exposed to extreme temperatures. It's been negative 20, 30 degrees inside the truck, and it's been up to like 150 degrees inside the truck. Probably hotter than that on the windshield. So, yeah, I tried to make it to where it wouldn't vibrate so much, and when I was twisting and turning on it, it just snapped in half. And then I tried to, let me turn on the interior light, that didn't help at all. I tried to change that mount to where I could record from that mount, and when I tried to turn that mount, it also snapped in half. But luckily, the two mounts are basically the same, but like different models, so they're very similar. They're close enough that I was able to take parts from the two mounts and put them together and make one functional mount. But I'm not going to mess with it anymore because I need a mount to put my phone in for GPS. So no driving footage. I was going to get driving footage driving across Dallas, but not gonna happen. I might do some driving footage in my personal vehicle while I'm driving home. It's somewhere around a 30-minute to 1 hour drive from where I park the truck to my house, just depending on traffic. So I might record the drive on the way home, maybe. But I thought I would make a video now because this is probably going to be the last video that I upload before I get to the house, and I'm most likely not going to upload anything while I'm at the house. I won't record anything most likely until I go back out over the road again. So I thought I'd make a video wrapping up this little venture out over the road. So what's happening is the contract for this load states that I have to be at the delivery location a minimum of 1 hour before the delivery appointment. The delivery appointment is at 6 a.m. and it's approximately 80 miles, and some of that, like about 5 miles of that, is city driving, which that can, every stoplight can add 2 minutes. So, I mean, you're talking an easily 10 or 15 minutes of, stoplights and stuff going through town. So, somewhere in the ballpark of about 2 hours. It's going to take me roughly 2 hours to get there. So, if I leave right now at 1 a.m., I'll get there at 3 a.m., which will be 3 hours before the appointment, but 2 hours before the 1 hour. Technically, I have to be there by 5 a.m., even though the delivery, the unload, is supposed to start at 6 a.m. I'm supposed to be there by 5 a.m. So I need to leave within about the next hour or so to be able to easily make it on time. So as soon as I wrap up this video, I'm probably going to turn the truck on, let it warm up, let the air system get all aired up, and then do a pre-trip and take off. So once I end the video, it'll probably take me 20 minutes before I start rolling, logging all my pre-trip and everything, and get unloaded at 6 a.m. Hopefully they get me unloaded really quick, and then just deadhead to the house. I live in Oklahoma City. It's a 200 to 250 mile drive, so about 4 to 5 hours, depending on traffic. If traffic is really, really bad, then, sky's the limit on how long it could take, but it should take somewhere in the ballpark of 4 to 5 hours. And then I have an hour drive from where I park the truck to the house, and it's probably going to take me an hour once I get the truck parked to get everything unloaded from the truck into the car. So I should be home today by somewhere around 1 or 2 p.m., I'm guessing. And I think today is the football day. I think there was actually a football game last night, just a couple of hours ago. The college football playoffs. I think the first playoff game was last night, and I think there are several games today. I completely forgot about the game last night, so I didn't watch that. I haven't even checked to see who won it. I don't even know who was playing in it. But I might try to catch a game whenever I get home. That's about the only sports ball that I ever watch anymore is the college football playoffs and the Super Bowl. And usually what ends up happening is I try to watch it, and I watch about 5 minutes of it, and I get bored, and I go do something else. It's kind of hard to watch sports unless you're really hoping that one side wins. And I don't think I have any teams. I don't think Oklahoma or Oklahoma State. I don't think either of them are in the playoffs. The other two teams that I care about. Okay, I care about Oklahoma and Oklahoma State because I've lived in Oklahoma most of my life. I've never gone. Well, I have gone to college a little bit. I don't have a degree or anything like that. But I got my motorcycle license at the University of Oklahoma. I took a motorcycle safety course at the University of Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State University, not Oklahoma. Not OU, but Oklahoma State University in Oklahoma City. I took a motorcycle safety course there. So, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, So Oklahoma State, I'm a fan of because they're in Oklahoma and because I took a class there. And the University of Oklahoma, I'm a fan of them because I lived in Oklahoma and because I used to live right off the campus, like a half a mile away from the campus on Lindsay Street. Lindsay Street's like the main street that goes through the campus at the University of Oklahoma. And I was living there whenever Oklahoma won its last national championship in like 2000 or 2001. I can't remember what year it was. But I remember I went over to a buddy's house to watch the game that night, and he lived on Lindsay Street as well, but he lived on the west side of the campus. I lived on the east side of the campus. And we knew that it was going to be a madhouse driving across Lindsay Street. And I was like, let's take another route to get to my house. Because he was driving me back over to my house to drop me off. And he was like, no, man, let's drive down Lindsay Street. And I was like, it's going to be crazy. And he was like, yes, let's go see it. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is amazing. I remember it was the Orange Bowl because they filled up, the statue there was like Johnny Appleseed or something. And they filled up his little bucket that he had on the statue with oranges, if I remember correctly. But I remember we drove down Lindsay Street, and he had a sunroof, and he was telling me the entire time we were driving down Lindsay Street, he was trying to get me to stand up in the car and stand up through the sunroof and yell out the sunroof. And he finally talked me into it, and when I did, it was crazy. Everybody was out there, standing around and walking around on Lindsay Street, and I stood up and yelled, and everybody else started yelling and screaming and cheering, and it was crazy. So yeah, it was I'm glad that we drove right through the middle of the campus instead of driving around. It did create a memory. So that's the reason I like OU and OSU. There are two other teams that if they were in the college football playoff, I would be cheering for them. One is the University of Nevada, Reno, UNR, the Wolfpack. And that's because I used to live in Reno. And I actually almost took some college courses at UNR. I lived right next to the campus for a while. And then the other team is the University of Florida, the Gators. And that's because a close relative of mine graduated from the University of Florida. She's a teacher in Florida. And she graduated like whatever valedictorian in college is, that's what she was for her graduating class in Florida. The summa cum laude or some crap. I can't remember what damn terminology they use. But one time when I went down to Florida to visit with her, she took me on a tour of the campus, and she took me out onto the football field, and that was really awesome. So those are the four teams that I'm a fan of: University of Oklahoma, Oklahoma State University, University of Nevada, Reno, and the University of Florida. And if the boat dream ends up happening, I'm probably going to become a Miami fan, because I'm going to move to my physical address is most likely going to be Port St. Lucie, Florida, just north of Miami. And I'm most likely going to be living around in the Miami area, down in the Florida Keys. I'll probably be closest to Marathon, Florida, but Miami would probably be the closest major university to where I'm going to be living, if I ever get to live the boat dream. But anyway, I need to wrap this video up and start prepping the truck and getting ready to hit out over the road. I am completely out of drinks in the truck. I need something to drink while I'm driving. That didn't sound right. I usually have soda in my little refrigerator, and I just grab a can every now and then, and that's what I sip on while I'm driving. And I was just sitting there thinking, man, I'm about to drive for 2 hours, and then I have like a 5-hour drive after that, and I don't have anything to drink during that entire time. So I thought, well, I could just gut it out and make it over to this shopping center for 2 hours, 2 hours of nothing to drink. And then there's like a Family Dollar in the shopping center, and I'll just grab a 6-pack of soda from the Family Dollar. But that thing doesn't open until 8 a.m. And they're most likely going to have me unloaded at 7 a.m. Maybe even earlier than that. It's probably only going to take them like 30 or 45 minutes to unload me. And they're going to start unloading probably right at 6 a.m. So I don't want to sit around for an hour and a half just to buy a soda. I'll just stop. If I get that desperate for something to drink, I'll stop at a truck stop on the way and grab a fountain drink. But I went into the truck stop here and tried to buy a case of soda, and they didn't have 12 packs, they didn't have 6 packs. All they had were single sodas, and they're just crazy expensive. So I went ahead and bought 3 sodas. That should be enough to hold me over. But that's the big plan. About to start the truck up, do the pre-trip, and drive over to Dallas. And it's a Harbor Freight off of Buckner Boulevard, if I remember correctly. I can't remember the street address off the top of my head. It's like 23235 or something like that. It's a shopping center with a Harbor Freight and a Pizza Hut, a Family Dollar. There's a McDonald's in the parking lot, I think. I can't remember everything that's at that spot, but it's a fairly new Harbor Freight store. I think it's been open for 1 to 2 months. I found some reviews on it, but as far as satellite images and street images and stuff like that, there's no images of it yet. Oh, the person that was parked in the entrance just pulled out of the entrance. Somebody hauling doubles. Was that Everett? I couldn't tell. So I hope you're having a great week, great weekend. This is probably going to be the last video I upload. So until I head back out over the road again. So happy holidays. I don't celebrate holidays, but if you do, I hope you have a great holiday. And I might maybe do a driving video in my personal vehicle. Please don't park there. These people, the reason that they're coming over so close in front of me is because there's so many trucks parked in the middle of the road that they're having to get way over here on the over here next to me, because that side of the roadway is completely blocked by trucks just parked in the middle of the road. But anyway, yeah, I might upload a video, a driving video, driving across town in my personal vehicle. But if not, then happy holidays and good luck out there. Wish everybody the best. Bye.